hard engage, the arrow is going to be an absolutely critical tool for them being able to pick fights that they want.
Yeah, there's one thing common with Freljord champs, and that's crowd control.
Yeah.
And it's team fight, you know? A lot more structure to the team fight with an Ash.
Fight for the crab. Neither jungler has their smite. So this is going to come down to a full-on brawl, potentially. Both top laners also at about half HP. Audieland wants to start it up here with the third talent strike onto Thanatos. And there's the Flame Spitter. A ton of damage to the Cloud9. First blood over to LYON as Audieland is still alive, trying to turn it back around onto Blabber. Licorice flashing away, needs a little bit more damage. Sane has made his way up to the fight, and LYON just got 2-0 up here on the top side river. Now Loki wants to get one back. Licorice has already flashed, so he's going to die there. Loki still trying to get another. Flashes over the other way back towards the river, but now he's going to die too. Feat of Warfare claimed. 4 minutes and 9 seconds into the game for
the wave backwards, and so they do cover here, and at least allows him that little bit of out, even though he had to take the kind of suboptimal recall before. He waited, you know, waits the timing for his. Does look like Cloud9 are going to say, we'll make a play somewhere else.
Oh, Saint getting caught off guard as Loki makes the engage here with a Shurima shuffle. Blabber ready to follow him up, but here comes LYONs on the defense. LYON rallying the troops, bringing everybody together. They're going to keep their mid laner alive as Blabber is now the sacrificial Sejuani, and it's a 4-1 game.
Beginning, and it just gives you so much survivability in the skirmishes when you get your attacks off on the individual champs. Licorice, though.
Thanatos going in looking for Licorice. Doesn't find him there with the public execution. The Rumble's got to try to get away, but Vulcan's ready to back him up. Thanatos grabbing a critical kill here for C9 as now they're backing away. Audieland shows up, but it's
at least there's a crab up here. Oh, they're teleporting. They're going to try and dive. Can they actually stop the recall, though? Saint cancels it himself. Now he's surrounded.
Yeah, he's going to try to get away from this one, but Blabber and Vulcan both ready to try to stop him. Blabber stepping away from the seismic shove. Saint taking a ton of damage here, but honestly not enough. C9, they try to make the move, but with only a Sejuani and a Rakan, you don't have the threat you need. Loki tries to go in for the engage, but Saint with a flash out keeps himself alive yet again. Cloud9 now finding themselves overextended behind enemy lines as Loki just gets cooked. C9 go for a sloppy play and get punished. Hina flashes over the wall, ready to keep him slowed down here with a volley. Saint arrives, but he's completely out of mana. There's nothing left here for the seismic shove. Audieland wants more damage onto Thanatos, and a beautiful equalizer welcomes him down. Ash arrows haven't really found a big value one yet. A lot of them have come very close, but just slightly off.
Yeah, if Thanatos was truly window shopping there, that would have been a sick one. I like still going for those, you know, at the recall positions, because there's the LTA, but it would be a tremendous feat if they could take down Cloud9 here in a best-of-3 in stage number 2. We're a long way from that actually happening. Yeah. And they've got a lot of work to do, but they are taking the necessary steps here. Licorice and Audieland continue to push on bottom side, and since they got the Void Grubs, even though they give over Rift Herald, they already got the outer turret on bottom, and they're going to force down the secondary turret too. Secondary turrets worth so much more for your team. Really, really effective here for LYON to continue pushing through and get the extra down into the dragon. Looks like they will just do that. This thing goes down super easy. And so now it's very hard for Cloud9 to even approach dragon, and they might just have to give it up.
Right, man. I don't think Cloud9 is too interested in this. Instead, they're just going to take the opportunity with LYON down in the bottom side river, use the Herald mid, try to guarantee the tier 1 turret take. I believe it needs a little bit more damage for the Herald to actually get the kill. Nope, not quite. Had just enough to take it down. Nicely done there. So C9 is going to trade evenly on those tier 1s.
Down. Wait a second. Thanatos just used the Ambessa ult. They couldn't quite catch him.
Oh boy, a TP coming in. C9 looking for their moment here. Audieland could be the pick. Tries to get back over the wall. Nice shuffle from Loki. Tosses him right back over when the shutdown goes in for Thanatos. Saint arrives, but it might be a little too late to do anything. Now Loki's going to get caught out, and I'm dead wrong, and Loki's just dead.
We have to keep some vision of Otacon, but everybody knows it's pretty dangerous. Sven, though.
Here we go again. They once again want to target the enemy AD carry. Saint jumps in there. Nice use of the seismic shove. The follow-up is there. And without the cleanse. Blabber also nearby, ready to smite fight for this. Thanatos is just taking the blast cone over the wall. Sven just now making his way out of the base to try to get up here and join this fight. The Thornbound Otacon is already claimed by LYON. Down. They've already got it down to 1/3, but Audieland is ready to contest. LYON's bringing in a TP. The Weaver's Wall arrives. Saint has made his way into the pit. The Drake is claimed, however, by Blabber and Cloud9. A nice equalizer comes down on most of the C9 roster, but it's Thanatos causing trouble, putting the pressure on the Saint as Henna's already been shut down, but they trade it back for Sven. Thanatos drops next, and LYON are scrambling and winning the fight. Loki gets the kill on Saint. A double kill over to Blabber, though, as C9 have lost 3, LYON have lost 3. There's only 2 men left standing on either side, and now Blabber may have overstayed his welcome to kill a couple of minions. Brother, you do not have a tier 2 turret. That thing got killed a while back. The Electro Harpoon does not connect.
To make some early move before that happens. Let's see if they can get a pick. Seismic shove.
They want the seismic shove, and they find it onto Vulcan. A lot of damage, but not enough to kill him here at the very start. He uses the quickness defensively to try to get away, as Audieland now has to want to escape as Blabber leads the charge, and Thanatos has found the flank, but now he's in the middle of everybody. He dies before he can do anything. Loki wants to get the shuffle, but now he's dead too. Cloud9 have already lost both solo laners. Vulcan now drops. Everybody in C9 jerseys ain't breathing no more. Sven, the last man standing, a triple kill for Henna. A beautiful trap laid and sprung by LYON pays off.
Great defense from LYON there, defending around the Taliyah, and Saint had an arm guard. That arm guard bought some extra time.
I was wondering, how are they going to be able to deal with this team fight? With their limited engage tools, how is it going to 1,500 for the Baron? So we'll see how much gold they can add to that with these tier 2s that are still standing. This first one up here in top lane will be taken out. As you can see, Saint applying the split pressure over in mid while Sven tries to defend that. Thanatos was just getting the wave shoved up in bottom to prevent any additional pressure there. Saint still hanging around in the enemy jungle. Blabber is looking for the chance at a flank here, but keep in mind that if C9 goes for anything, the Weaver's Wall, there it is, can still come up and try to stop their defense. Audieland jumps in on Vulcan, but it's only to buy enough time for the rest of the team to knock the turret over. LYON has cracked.
Going on to every team member is actually fairly high combat power. LYON, though, right back to pushing duty with their Ash Arrow dodge there. Sven able to juke it with the Valk.
And Henna's already critically low on HP. LYON bungling their engage here as Cloud9 has total control over the pit. Audieland has already lost his Sterix. LYON, they really wanted to stop him. They really wanted to try to get the soul, but it all ends up falling apart as now Licorice might just get picked off by Thanatos. The stasis buys him a little bit of extra time, so Vulcan's quickness can't follow it up properly, but the soul types of angles. So I want to see what can LYON find in terms of actually picking a fight. The arrow only connects onto Blabber. Now the equalizer doesn't get a whole lot of anything here for the follow-up. LYON, this is what I was worried about. This is what I was talking about. They go for the engage, but their tools are so limited that Cloud9, as long as they're aware of what's happening, then can fall back.
Yeah, everything's spent on Blabber. Now Cloud9 going to go for it.
Oh, Vulcan botches his own engage. The quickness doesn't connect, and now Henna's on a rampage. Blabber has to try to get away. C9 just completely handed it to him, and LYON with a kill on the jungler, a kill on the support. Now they're going to get a kill on their second Baron of the game, 17-7. LYON feeling good.
Cloud9 thought they were safe. There was no more Rumble Ultimate Flowers, and they go in and they just get kneecapped right in front of Baron.
Boom.
That is ideal for LYON. Another fight right by the Baron. They instantly pick it up, and they're going to push in to destroy the base. Inhibitor here is going to fall very quickly. They've got Saint with teleport pushing through mid. The Taliyah actually is going to go bottom side to push that wave even quicker.
Oh,
is he going to Taliyah wall towards the Azir? He's chasing Azir down while the rest of the team ends the game.
They're going straight for the Nexus turrets. The first one's already down. The teleport's coming back from Loki to try to defend the second. LYON's 4-man squad has taken an inhibitor, taken an Nexus turret. The equalizer's already off cooldown as they continue to force C9. They've got the Baron for another 45 seconds. They're going to try to use it to force down the tier 3 turret over here as Loki gets caught out. He's instantly dead. Vulcan isn't close enough to try to save him with the Mikhails. The Mikhails is actually still on cooldown from earlier. And LYON with a pick on the Cloud9 mid laner. Now with a 5v4, knocking on the door to the Nexus itself. The equalizer puts pressure onto Sven, who has to try to Valk away. The remaining members of Cloud9 want to stand and fight, but Vulcan and Blabber are already down to 10% HP. A little bit more damage will finish the job. LYON are gonna take this first game 20-7. They're up 1-0 against C9.
LYON, they've done it. Game number 1 is theirs, 20-7. Oh, Poppy's the best buddy. That's the new best buddy, the blocker.
That's the new best
W.
buddy.
I think Poppy W is the best buddy of all buddies in this whole game.
It's a very, very good game to play the Poppy.
Value. He's already got 35 extra max health. Okay, going in again.
Oh, Fate Sealed arrives from Loki, and Blabber's ready to follow it up. Saint wants to get away, but Loki stands in the way of it. Saint survives with 100 HP as Blabber puts him to sleep at the very end of it. He hits level 6 in the
last
middle.
range one there, gets his level 6, and go to sleep under tower. Blabber uses the flash to finish it off quite nicely. On the other
going to start doing the work on these two. Remember, because of the changes to the grubs and the fact that there's only 3 of them now, whoever gets 2 of the 3 gets credit towards the neutral objective feat, and you have to have all 3 to summon the little void buggies. So nobody gets any buggies, but it's a 2-to-1 lead and a point towards the feat for LYON with the grubs.
Oh, look at the mini-map. Cloud9 are sending defense over, so this is taking so long. It might go bad for LYON because Blabber is coming over, and they also have
Vulcan tackles over the wall. Audieland and Lions in a bit of a bad spot now. Licorice needs to pop the Dominus, ready to join up on the fight. Vulcan locked up, beat down, ruthless Predator claims a victim. Take very long.
I like that.
We're having fun with the game here today as Saint and Loki, they're scrapping again. Loki ready to go in here with that Soul Unbound. Saint having no mana left. That is not a happy Silas. It's time to go home.
Yeah, he's got like a couple extra CS, but the kill was really painful when they delivered the first blood over to him. Ever since then, though, still fine. You know, still remaining pretty constant here in the mid lane. Still stacking up his grasp, stacking up that max health. Meanwhile, okay, he's still at 0 mana, so
dude, he really wants all these. Oh, the Fate Sealed Saint, man, we were just talking about how
lead for themselves. Constant pressure over to the Dragons as well. They can just go over here and help Audieland out with the objectives on top of it. So bot lane doing their job quite nicely for LYON so far, and that will be Dragon number 2, and it will be objective number 3, Flowers, as you pointed out with the double grub pick.
He just smacks him around with this completed Blade of the Ruined King. Feeling real good with that. This has been like the strongest dueling item in League of Legends forever, and for good reason. It is
we got
so
a skirmish
powerful.
possibility.
Vulcan showing up. Oh, a beautiful stoppage on the chains comes out from Vulcan with a steadfast presence. And
did not expect it on the side of LYON. And so Vulcan comes in, the hero. Meanwhile, with all that focus on the party room, Flowers.
And now back up in the attic, they knocked over one of the support beams. That was actually really clutch for Cloud9. They took that top lane tier 1 turret just faster than LYON got the tier 1 bottom like I was talking about. That's the race for the turret objectives. C9, now the ones who get to claim the feats, the empowered boots, and to top it all off, they're gonna grab the Herald no contest. This for Cloud9 are both winning their matchups and winning them in a strong enough way that LYON is gonna have to start sending some help over there. As Hina puts a lot of spears into Blabber, a little bit more damage, might just get this done. The Rend is his end as Henna gets a kill.
Anyways, Blabber jumps in, he's like, uh-oh, Henna's right next to me now. Henna was hopping on over to the ejection site, and Blabber wanted to get his ulti on too.
Energy irradiated the crab, and then became Shelly. Oh, Henna in trouble. Vulcan dives in with a steadfast presence, and Loki follows it up with a Fate Sealed. Henna wants to try to get one back onto Vulcan and use the bailout, but he can't quite do it in time. It's still a
now, see if you can get chase down kills. He is the person on 2-item power spike. They're going topside with 3 members.
Twisted advance to lock up Loki, follows it up with a handshake, but where's the damage? Saint's the only man that does damage, and he needs to do a little bit more than he's doing right now. Saint picks up the kill. Loki drops. Now Saint, Audieland, and Lions got to get away. The Lilia throws the bowling ball in, but it only finds the objective itself, but now Licorice has been caught out in the river. The Crocodile needs to try to get away from this. He's just distracting C9, while the Thornbound Otacon is claimed by LYON. Now Loki's arrived, but he's all alone. He tries to go after Licorice, but his Fate Seal can't make it back over the wall. Loki dies. Saint picks up the kill. Now Vulcan goes over to try to get something back in the bullet time. Can't get any kills. It's a disaster for Cloud9, and LYON finds a miracle at Otacon.
LYON are gonna do it again, Flowers. This is actually crazy from them. They've got the Dragon Soul point. They've got the Otacon Flowers. They want Blabber himself.
Oh, they hit him with a handshake, and now they got the smite too. Hostile takeover, and that deer is out of here. As Saint steals away The fate sealed. A lot of Callista spears into the Dragon here already. Saint trying to do a little bit of damage to Vulcan as the bullet time flies through. Does a ton of damage over to Lions. Lion scrambling to try to take the fight now as they secure the Ocean Soul. Vulcan tries to run away off to the side, and Loki is already down in the fight. Lion staying alive. Blabber locked up in the middle of everybody as Cloud9 completely falls to pieces. And Lion are the ones swinging the hammer. 10-4 game. Ocean Soul 2,000 gold lead. Lion roar to life.
Honor, Henna, and Lions. Holy moly, this bottom lane is clutch. They are carrying it. They force the objectives. They're going to tower dive Thanatos. He flashes to escape with his life flowers, but for how long?
This is crazy, man. Cloud9 had a 2,000 gold lead for a lot of this early game, and Lion, with their Otacon play into their beautiful Soul team fight to follow it up, have Thanatos down here in the bottom lane, but he doesn't have to. He just has to keep track of him and be ready to teleport if needed. As C9 squares up and gets ready to try to challenge here for the Baron. Licorice knocked out of the fight here by the Keeper's Verdict as Audieland. Oh, the objective buddy is claimed. It's Loki stealing it away. You gotta be kidding me. Audieland mistimes the smite, and C9 are looking to maybe find an angle back into the game. Now Loki wants the outplay against Saint. Henna shows up in time to guarantee it won't happen, but that is a massive...
Because there is a live, towers going down at the moment, but
it already got rended.
He ulted through.
Oh, wow. 30 seconds left until we get that Elder Dragon. Thanatos goes in for the Mega Gnar play onto Audieland. They want to go after the enemy jungler to try to secure the Elder. Meanwhile, they try to use Loki to grab the engage here onto Henna, and Lions off to the side. Henna's going to be in some trouble, tries to use the cleanse, getting himself away, wants to fight back onto Blabber as the redemption comes down. Lion looking to keep his AD carry alive, but Vulcan jumps in here with a steadfast presence. Saint is already dominating though, and Sven is already down. Both AD carries out of the picture. Loki tries to go soul unbound to get away, but Licorice with the flash over the wall. The Ruthless Predator finds another kill. Blabber and Vulcan trying to escape the Renekton as Thanatos does his best on the back end of the fight, dealing with Audieland and Lions, who just try to control the C9 top laner. Saint ready to rejoin the fight as Audieland jumps over the wall with Twisted Advance, and Blabber is down. Thanatos and Vulcan on the run. Lion on the hunt. Thanatos tries to escape, but the slice into the stun is ready to lock him up yet again, and Audieland's Twisted Advance chases him down. Sterix Gage will buy more time. Licorice gets a slice and a dice, and it feels so nice. Licorice goes on a rampage. Saint goes for the enemy base, and only Vulcan's left standing.
And that's got to be Elder Dragon for Lion. The Ocean Soul doing so much work, Flowers. They take the Elder Dragon, and Saint's even going to yoink your red buff.
What a game from Lion. What a series from Lion. I cannot praise this performance.
Soul, they're able to survive long enough. They go for the chase. Saint wraps around the red buff, so when Blabber tries to chase Licorice a little too far, he just goes back in for the stun. Then Audieland over the wall, Saint from the other side of the jungle, and they're able to get the mega buff that is Elder Dragon.
And we can still Baron again?
Yeah, that's the hope.
Maybe we can steal Baron again.
Maybe we can just steal something again.
That's pretty much it, man, because Lion with the Elder have made their way into the enemy base. That first inhibitor is going to fall in mid lane, and Licorice has the wave ready to push up bottom. Now, at least they don't have Baron, so the wave can be cleared pretty easily. Vulcan, though, caught up a little bit as Audieland tries to provide the CC so they can get the kill. Hostile takeover, forcing the rest of C9 back, and C9 are now staring down the barrel of a 4v5 of an Elder Dragon team for the next 55 seconds still. Lion have knocked down 2 inhibitors, and they're ready to keep going. Saint has stolen away the Mega Gnar ulti. He slams Thanatos and Sven back into the Nexus itself as Licorice is going to be shredded by the bullet time, and Saint uses the Zonias to immune it. Lion continue their push, and C9 have lost their mid laner. The Elder Dragon doing a lot of work as Saint will finally die. Lion have gone too far as their support will now fall as well. Thanatos should be able to pick that one up. No bailout, no way. Lion will crack a couple of inhibitors. They will take a single Nexus turret.
Another one.
It will cost them so much. Henna wants to try to turn it around onto Thanatos for the Elder Dragon execution, but the Mega Gnar transformation keeps him going.
Oh,
and C9 are now barreling down mid lane. Henna's the only one left alive. Blabber might just be able to kill him, but he can't quite find the damage.
Go Baron.
The damage over game we are getting here in game number 2 of this series. C9 secure the Baron, but at the cost of bottom lane inhibitor, mid lane inhibitor.
And with the Baron buff, Let's see if they can do it again. Can they defend?
Okay, Vulcan finds a slam onto AudiLand, but he immediately jumps in with a twisted advance. Keeper's verdict, though, launches Audi and Saint right back out. Hostile takeover finds Vulcan, but LYON using some tools here without finding any great advantages. Blabber chasing after Licorice. LYON just trying to continue to scrap as AudiLand goes forward. He wanted to find Sven, but he can't quite do it. Now he's drowsy for the redemption, looking to heal him up as LYON is going to get popped by the bullet time. Sven is shredding health bars right now. LYON makes a counterattack, and they'll kill Loki. It's a 1-for-1, and LYON's not done. Into the back line goes AudiLand. He wants Vulcan, but he won't find him. Cloud9 just got everybody!
Go Nexus! They've got Baron,
Barrel down mid. Go,
Nexus, go for the end! Cloud9 did it again! They defended, and they will storm back over Summoner's Rift to push us to a game. No, wait a second.
Wait, no minions! There they are. Okay,
minions.
the minions have arrived, but the minions are in the enemy base. C9 should be able to break. Okay. All right, I thought we were about to have a FlyQuest Team Liquid moment here.
Wait, 10 seconds on Lions? What is your faith in just a Renata to be able to defend?
The TP's coming back now. Thanatos cleared the wave, so now he's ready to join. Renata, you have to pull off the most amazing play of all time right now, but it's not going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a game number 3.
Not even close, baby! Wow, what a series! What a clone is also pretty nice for it, but I think we might get the swap again for Licorice. Okay, he's sitting on Wukong for now.
Okay.
The clone interaction is definitely very favorable for the Wukong. It's gonna cost you as well, since everybody showed up on top side of the map. Blabber does not hesitate. He will take the dragon off the other side of the map. So Thanatos absorbs the pressure. Hurts a little bit to lose the minion wave. But your team does get stinky little dragon.
Yeah, good old fart dragon.
As soon as you hear that cheerful little ping. Regardless, Blabber stays focused on the objectives. So he is just going to chain them right together. Dragon right into Grubs. So nice. Thanatos absorption on the top side does wonders for Cloud9. A couple of early busts for themselves. Meanwhile, AudiLand will be on the bottom side again, so Nefiri here probably just going to take another look for it.
Ooh, nice escape there from Henna flashing out as now to the Nefiri in the bottom lane. Vulcan is already down. AudiLand goes in for the reset. Sven absorbs the first hit there with a spell shield. The curtain call fires out. They need that fourth shot to connect. Sven dodges away from it, and AudiLand still wants a little bit more damage. The deadly flourish isn't there, but the dog is hungry, and it's another kill over to LYON and AudiLand. Loki wanted to snipe down the Nefiri there with a severing bolt, now flashing over the wall to guarantee the kill and the shutdown, so Cloud9 gets one back. Drake number 2, and it looks like C9's going to decide, all right, we saw the money stick, we don't want to have anything to do with this anymore, so AudiLand will pick this one up, tie the Drakes up 1-1.
That's what they say. Carry a big
money. Full send after this. This is one thing this team has been doing throughout this series, particularly around these topside objectives, just going in after it, pulling the trigger.
After we force this Rift Herald and after we finish the objective, but then that's why the picture-in-picture came up. Licorice teleported down to the tower. Well, Thanatos wants to punish him already.
Yeah, Thanatos immediately jumping in with a Hextech ultimatum, but the Wukong can survive. Licorice using the Cyclone defensively, but now he's got to be careful because Blabber and Vulcan have arrived. Skarner's not going to do a ton of damage, but he can do enough to set it up there for Vulcan, who knocks Licorice up into the air and kills him with the trample damage.
Trampled. Meanwhile, topside though, actually they're gonna get 2 charges out of this Rift Herald. They get the one into the secondary turret, cash in, so they sacrifice Licorice on the bottom side, but they put the Rift Herald to very good use, getting a bunch of gold here to swing it a bit back towards the side of LYON. It's instantly answered by bottom side with nobody from Cloud9 catching the minion wave. So Licorice gets a flank angle, and the minion wave is into the tower.
Okay, curtain call is open. Sven has already taken a good chunk of damage here as the rest of C9 tries to get out of the curtain call. Topside the 1v1. Saint against Thanatos isn't going to turn into a whole lot as Sven has to try to escape. Licorice looking to make the entry into the back line of Cloud9, but instead the Spiraling Despair catches the Wukong out, and the first kill of the fight goes over to C9. So LYON can't just burst him down, but now Thanatos has used his teleport to join the fight, and he's ready to help Blabber try to finish off this dragon. Whoever gets the dragon gets the free boots as well. well. As AudiLan jumps into the pit, he's ready to try to contest it, but he already used Hound's Pursuit, and now he has to jump back over the wall as Blabber just swoops on through with the Ishtal impact. AudiLan walks up, and it's going to be slain by Blabber. He'll secure the Drake for C9. He'll secure the boots for C9, but he'll give his life to do it. And now LYON want more. Saint going over the wall. He's got Lions right next to him, and it's a double kill for AudiLan as they pick up the kill on
kind of rushing forward, and we are finally going to get our start of the Otacon with no answers currently from Cloud9. Loki has teleport, so it could be a delayed answer, but you have to get there for the smite now. This is new Otacon. There's no flower bed afterwards. You have to fight early.
They're going for it as LYON are trying to cover, as AudiLan has the objective down to half HP, but it's going so slowly. C9 on the approach. LYON backing it up a little bit. Audie's got to be careful here. Surely he's taken a lot of shred from that Otacon so far. He'll take a ton of damage if C9's able to collapse with the curtain call. Chases Vulcan and Sven away. Audie chunked down to half HP as Vulcan looks for an entryway into the fight. Saint's got to back up now as well. C9 moving up towards the Otacon that's quickly losing patience. If you're LYON, you want it to reset. It goes right back into the pit. Now recharged about 80% of the HP. Licorice wants the angle, ready to dive in, but Vulcan denies the engage. LYON surely going to be first to die here as AudiLan is locked up inside the Hextech ultimatum. He can't get away just yet. The Boomerang Blade can't find him, and Licorice is still looking for some kind of an angle. Only Lions has died, but it's AudiLan who can't get involved in the fight. Licorice's Cyclone doesn't do anything as Loki gets the kill on Saint. Licorice is in the middle of everybody. So close, but so far. Sven takes him down, and LYON have lost 3. Make it 4 as Wade paints a masterpiece, and LYON are wiped off the canvas.
Where's that dog going, Flowers?
What's the dog doing?
What's that dog doing? All right, take another look at this. Now, it is going to reset, and Saint makes the mistake of re-aggroing it. So Otacon right now, when it's casting close, like LYON, I don't think you could be closer in a best of 3. With the way that game 2 was, okay, here we go though.
Oh, AudiLan wants this kill onto Thanatos. The curtain call backing it up. Audi needs a little bit more damage, and he finds it. A nice shutdown there to bring the gold back to even. C9, though, having secured their first Otacon of the series, feeling pretty good about that. Feeling even better about this pick onto Saint, but they don't have the damage. They're not feeling so good after all. Now the follow-up from LYON as Vulcan is about to die here, too. A little bit more should seal the deal on him, and AudiLan comes across just to
get 3 kills and a dragon, Flowers?
Yeah, they do. This is absolutely crazy as LYON are bringing it right back. They take down the tier 1 turret in the mid lane, so they've got themselves another objective claim. They're 4 turrets to 2, and now they're going after another Drake. Let's take another look at how this happened. Thanatos gets caught on the recall.
Okay, so AudiLan goes in with the Nefiri, as you said, is going to have the backup of the Jhin ult as well. Has to make use of it. Thanatos tries to buy some time for himself, but not getting away for that one. This is the critical one, though, because topside was just a pick and multiple resources, but then Cloud9 felt because Jhin and Nefiri and Wukong were all topside, they wanted to make a counterplay. We're back to live.
Okay, Thanatos getting caught again. The Nefiri unafraid to just jump in on the Camille. Licorice
they can get mid and top lane here in payment, but LYON, they came alive. Well, they can't finish off mid.
No.
LYON have come alive, though. They got
his own Void Staff done. The Lord Dominic's regards for Henna allowing that Jhin to hit hard through some of these frontliners. He knows he's probably going to have to shoot through that Skarner to get to the valuable targets, so it might as well. LYON all up here on this top half of the map. Okay, never mind. They're going right back into it. Audi has started it up. C9 is still over on the Drake, but there's no way LYON can do this fast enough. Their AD carry is Jhin.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think it's all kind of stems from Saint getting chunked out. When the Victor was down at half HP, C9 basically guaranteed that dragon for themselves.
Oh, nice double pull comes out from Blabber, and that's going to be a huge pick to kill Saint at the very start of the fight. But now Licorice into the back line, finds a Cyclone on multiple targets, but it's only his own grave. C9 just completely shut them down. Blabber with an Impale that just might have won the series.
He buffered to get the Baron.
Perfect use of Impale by Blabber, and now this game.
Anything unnecessary here, and just try and get bigger item leads for that Dragon Soul fight.
This has been a huge sequence for C9. Blabber's pick on Saint there. Victor died with his ultimate still ready to cast. Like, he just did not get a chance to move the Skarner ulti into the immediate follow-up. Everybody just sending the whole kitchen sink at him. Worked out beautifully as Thanatos is now the split pressure, providing the wave, crashing into mid lane, while everybody else on C9 working on this bottom lane. Sivir is great at pushing these waves up, insta-clearing them out. As Audieland on this Nefiri, he's got so much of the kills, he's got so much of the money for LYON, but we're in a situation like this when the enemy team has Baron, when the carries have scaled this high, it can be hard to find the angles you're looking for. LYON wants to jump in, but a ton of damage right back onto him. Sven's dead. Audieland has found the angle to go after the carries, and Loki's gonna try to run now. LYON is still alive, and Thanatos joins the fight. Saint's gonna be punished. A 1-for-1 trade so far. Audieland, low on mana and half HP, still looking, perhaps. Let's see what you got, Audieland. Just trying to throw a couple of those darkened daggers towards the C9 lines. LYON goes in, finds the dredge line onto the Skarner, but they've learned their lesson last time. They do not want to go in too far after this. Blabber with another shield there, making sure that they're not doing a ton of damage to him as Licorice forced to fight Thanatos here in the Hextech ultimatum. The Q2 goes through and Licorice is going right back to spawn. He does not want to have to participate in this fight without healing up first. He does have his TP to join. You'll see Thanatos making his way over. He might have the angle towards the curtain call here, but the Hex Soul is stolen! Blabber and Vulcan gonna step out of the brush first. Very tanky front line here for C9. Blabber's got like 5,000 HP. Dredge line from LYON, but it only finds Vulcan. That's not the target they want. That's not the target Blabber wants either. LYON's trying to flash away the Spiraling Despair. He does not want that stuck on the rest of the team as Loki's already unstoppable. Nice engaged follow-up there from Vulcan. Hannah's under pressure. Thanatos is after him. There's nobody protecting the Jhin. Sven gets the kill, and LYON are not where they need to be. C9 get the engage. Saint's the next to fall, and Audieland runs into the enemy jungle. He dodges Severing Bolt with a Hound's Pursuit, but Thanatos is ready to hook shot over the wall for an easy kill, and C9 with 4 dead on the enemy team start the victory march down mid lane.
What a series! Cloud9 will do it. They clutched it out so closely in game number 2, and now in game number 3, they're done farming flowers. They're ready for destruction.
C9 are at the finish line, and Licorice will not be able to hold them at bay. LYON respawns, but it's only as Licorice dies. All 5 C9 players still standing strong. The ace yet again. Nobody on LYON's gonna respawn in time. It was a battle here on Summoner's Rift, but C9 are still standing.